Om Shanti, good morning, everyone. Today, let us revise Baptada's Avyakt Murli of 31st December 2010. This is the Murli of the new year, and Baba is inspiring us and sharing very practical ways to bid farewell to the old year, to the old sanskars, and become merciful and serve the souls of the world through our minds. So let's listen to Baba. This is the Murli of 31st December 2010, and the title of the Murli is Together with bidding farewell to the old year, bid farewell to the old sanskars, and have the determined thought to remain free from obstacles. Be merciful and a master bestower, and give support to unhappy and peaceless souls by serving through your mind. Today, Bap Dada has come from the subtle region to the corporeal world to give greetings and congratulations for the new year and the new world to all the children everywhere. All the children have reached their home of Madhuban with love. People of the world simply celebrate the new year, which is just for one day, whereas you constantly continue to celebrate the confluence of the new world. You have the new world constantly merged in your eyes in front of you. Let us bring the new world where we souls were in our original state of purity. We were deities, and we remember and experience that stage. Baba says, you now remember it and just reach there. It is merged in your eyes, is it not? You experience being at the confluence age. Today you are at the confluence age, and tomorrow you will enter your kingdom. You're able to see it clearly in your eyes. People of the world give greetings to one another for one day, whereas Bap Dada has given you the golden world as a gift, which is going to last a long time. It is merged in your eyes in such a way that you can arrive there in a second. The golden world is merged in your eyes in front of all of you. You can reach there in 1 second, can you not? Today, you're at the confluence age, and tomorrow, you will rule the kingdom with a right. Let us just take our minds and intellects to our golden times, where we souls had just ascended from our home of light, and we were in the Sato Pradhan stage. We were soul conscious in a natural way. And those memories, those sanskars are still there within us. It's just tapping into that part of the self, which is a deity. We are deities in disguise. Only God sees us with this vision. Baba says, now, according to the time, you know that the devotees of you ancestors are calling out to you because they are unhappy and peaceless. Can you hear the sounds of how they are calling out with sorrow and peacelessness? Give us peace. Give us happiness. Give us joy. Can you hear their sound? Give, give. Now you souls, as children of the merciful and benefactor bestower, have to serve souls with your mind and carry out the task of giving. Baptada feels a lot of mercy for those unhappy and peaceless souls. You also feel mercy, do you not? Baptada coughed. Today, Father Brahma's cough has come back. You also feel mercy for souls, do you not? Now in this coming year, because today the new year is coming and the old year is going, what plan did you make for the year that has gone? The year will go, but together with the year, what did you bid farewell to? Just as the year will bid farewell, in the same way, what will you bid farewell to in your life? And with what new thing will you fill it? Will you bid farewell for all time or for a short time? Bapdada has given you the signal that whatever old sanskars still remain, you have to see and know those sanskars with your mind and definitely finish them. Bapdada sees that these old sanskars are obstacles to your efforts. On the one hand, children say that Baba is their world. And so from where do the old sanskars come? Baba is our world, but then where do the old sanskars come? Since the Father is your world, and the old sanskars create obstacles in your efforts, they should be finished, should they not? At Amrit Vela, when all of you have a heart-to-heart conversation, the Father has seen that all of you give your chart in saying that even until now, it is your old sanskars that make you slack in your effort. So today, when bidding farewell to the year, can you also bid farewell to those sanskars? Can you bid farewell? Raise your hands. Am I the soul ready to move out of the comfort zone of the old sanskars, the old thought patterns, the body conscious way of looking at, dealing with things? Baba says you will have to bid them farewell. It is very easy to raise your hands, but raise the hands of your minds. You're raising them. You're raising your hands to say farewell to old sanskars for all time. Raise your hands again. Acha. Let us take a moment to identify one sanskar that I, the soul, want to be free from, that I, the soul, want to bid farewell to, just one. And I'm now raising my hand, promising Baba that Baba, I will bid farewell to this old sanskar from today. Baba says, the majority of you children raised your hands and pleased Bab Dada. Bab Dada is pleased that you are children who have courage. Where there is courage, Bab Dada's constant cooperation is there. Now that you have raised your hands, every small and big place of the fathers has become free from obstacles, have they not? The reason for the result that Bab Dada received is the old sanskars. So today you have finished the sanskars in thought. That is, you have received the blessing of being free from obstacles. Have you received it? Did you take the blessing? You received the fruit of courage, do you not? We have received Bab Dada's blessing that when there is one step of the children's courage, there will definitely be many steps of the Father's help. So, from today, remember the thought that you have handed over your old sanskars. If they come back to you, what will you do? What will you do? You cannot keep with you what you have already handed over. Because once you have given it, it is no longer yours. So since they are not yours, how can you keep them with you? You gave them to the Father. Of course you would give them to the Father, would you not? Is it firm that you have given them? Are you sure? Now raise both your hands. Sure? Those sitting at the back are also raising their hands. Bab Dada is pleased that while living in the Iron Age, you experience in the Confluence Age the attainments we have received from the Father. It is the Iron Age for the world, whereas it is the Confluence Age for you. That is, it is the age for all attainments. You have the practical experience of having all the godly attainments, all powers, all virtues, and all the treasures of knowledge that you have attained. So today, what is Bab Dada giving from his heart to all the children who have raised their hands, whether they are personally sitting here or sitting far away in this land or abroad and listening to Baba? He's giving congratulations, but together with congratulations, he's placing his hand on the forehead of everyone. So we experience Bab Dada's hand on our forehead. You and Bab Dada are dancing in your mind. Va children, va. Now even you are dancing in your mind. Say Haji. So we're all saying Haji in our minds. Acha. Baba says now, teachers, just be careful. All the teachers, raise your hands. There are teachers from abroad too. Hearing the determined thought of each of you children, Bab Dada is pleased that the aim that the children keep, the same as that of the Father, of becoming complete and perfect, that the determined thought of remaining free from obstacles will bring the time of completion close. the determined thought of remaining free from obstacles will bring the time of completion close. Bapdada is also pleased that all of you children will fulfill the thought that you have had, and that you will serve with your mind those who are unhappy and peaceless in the world, and that you will give them one support or another, because Bapdada cannot bear to hear the calling out and crying out in distress of the children. They're all part of your family, are they not? Sorrow and peacelessness are increasing a lot, and so now become merciful. Become merciful, Rahmdil. It really starts from having mercy on the self, the soul. Baba says also have this thought at the same time while walking and moving around. And at Amrit Vela, you will definitely serve souls with your mind. Can you have this thought? When you had the thought of finishing your sanskars for all time, you had the thought for all the time, did you not? It is not just for a short time, is it? Just as you will finish your sanskars and become equal to the Father, in the same way, become master bestowers, children of the bestower, and definitely serve them with your mind. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to serve through your mind? Baba is inspiring us to serve through our minds. And really to be in the yogi state, to be in the truth, to be with Baba is to serve through the mind. The mind to be in the highest vibration in a natural way. So that mind constantly vibrates with God's energy. And Baba uses the mind to serve. Baba says, raise your hands if you're going to do service through the mind at the same time. Throughout the day, whatever time you have, definitely serve through the mind in that period. Because it is you children who have to bring about the world of happiness. The Father has made you children into right hands for this service. You give with your hands, do you not? So you are the Father's right hands. So Bap Dada wants to give you right hands, through his hands, this service of definitely continuing to give something or other. They are crying out, give, give. And you have to give happiness to those who are unhappy. Give some strength to those who are distressed and do some charitable work. Now, you children know yourselves, you know the Father, you have claimed right to your inheritance, and so make others the same, because everyone now wants liberation. You will send everyone into liberation, and with the Father's blessing, you will claim a right to the kingdom. This is why the Father is giving every child this thought. May you be free from obstacles. May you be a server. The children who belong to the Father are experiencing the pleasure of the confluence aged Brahmin life and will continue to experience it. Those who consider themselves to have a right to the Father's inheritance, whether they are new or old, who continue to swing in the swing of supersensuous joy, and who have had a thought for the future of being victorious over their sanskars. Have those souls become the handful out of multi-millions? Or have they become the few out of the lucky handful. The daughter Janki Dadi said, look at the rosary of 108 and the rosary of 16,000. Those of you who feel that you will definitely come into the rosary of 16,000 or 108, raise your hands. New ones are also raising their hands. Congratulations. There are those who are victorious by having faith in the intellect. Bapdada also knows that those who have faith in the intellect are able to go ahead, and they will. Acha, you're sitting here in front of Baba. So let's take a moment to absorb and realize that Baba is inspiring us to have a constant attitude of serving through the mind. It's like I, the soul, am constantly beyond the drama of life. I'm constantly able to look at the soul, see the soul, talk to the soul, and emerge Baba. And Baba's light, Baba's love, Baba's powers, in a natural way, they radiate towards every soul in this world. Baba says, those who have come here for the first time, raise your hands. Bapdada is congratulating all of you on behalf of everyone. Every day at Amrit Vela, constantly continue to revise the faith that you have. Acha. Bapdada is pleased to see you children because you have claimed a right to your inheritance before the too late time came. This is why Bapdada is congratulating you on behalf of all the family that has come here and those who are staying at the centers. Now perform a wonder. Do you have this courage? Should Baba speak? Do you have courage? Remain free from obstacles in advance. Be number one in your faith and intoxication. Bapdada is pleased that the old ones are old, but that the new ones will show wonders in a short time. Acha. Now, whether you are old or new, Bapdada is giving all of you the task of a second. Now, are all of you able to remove yourselves from all other thoughts and stabilize yourselves in the form of a point in 1 second? Will you do this in 1 second? I am a point and no other thoughts. I am a point. A few days back, Baba said dot and not. So let's experiment. I am a point, a soul. No other thoughts of the body, no other thoughts of the story are irrelevant. Just the soul, the eternal being who lives beyond in the sky with Baba. Baba says, those who stabilize themselves in the stage of a point in 1 second, raise your hands. You did this in 1 second. Acha. Now practice this for 15 days. Throughout the day, put a full stop in 1 second at every hour. Each one of you has to practice this. And while in that atmosphere, while engaged in activity, check whether you were successful in stabilizing yourself in the form of a point in a second while living at your own places. Here, You have the help of the atmosphere, but check whether you are able to stabilize in the form of a point in 1 second. Practice this. Because Bap Dada has told you that the more you progress, the more you will need this practice of being able to stabilize yourself in the stage of a point in a second. Therefore, check yourself and write your report and give it to your teacher. Then through the teachers, whether they are here or not, this is the homework for all the classes. When Bap Dada receives the result, he will see whether you are worthy to come in the rosary of 108 or 16,000. In your daily timetable, it will be seen how successful you are in stabilizing in a second. And it will be seen from this which rosary you are worthy of. If Bap Dada were to ask you to raise your hands now, then whoever feels that according to your practical dharana, you will come into the rosary of 108 or 16,000, just write your result. Then Baba will understand from that. Because even if the dadis were to give the names of some, others would feel, I too can come in that, can I not? Therefore, everything will be known through this report. Baba is saying we should ourselves look at our result in very practical ways to see how many times am I able to stabilize myself in a form of a point in a second. So this is the main practice. I've always said that the rosary is created with the practice to the speed and the accuracy with which we souls can put a full stop to our thoughts in a second. Just merging the expansion into the essence of a point. Just dropping the story completely and just stabilizing myself in the form of a point of light. Bap Dada is asking, are you constantly able to experience in a second the form that you want? In a second. Bap Dada's emphasis is in a second. Just like a switch is turned on in a second. Just the switch of awareness in a second. The 5 forms that you were told about, are you able to become that form in a second whenever you want? Practice this and know for yourself whether you are able to remain in the stage that you want in a second or whether it takes time. Bap Dada is pleased that in raising your hands, the majority of you raised your hands. You have raised your hands now, but while practicing this, it will be like the practice of the copper and iron ages, where it has become natural to come into body consciousness. In the same way, it should be just as easy for you to stabilize yourself in whichever form you want. Because such a time is to come in which you will need this practice. So each one of you has to continue with this practice while engaged in your work and continue to give your result to your instrument teachers. So continue to practice this until the completion of the year. Do it by yourself. Become your own teacher. However, if you continue to give your chart in to show your result, your attention will be drawn. You're able to place your hand wherever you want, are you not? Experience this in the same way. Similarly, you should be able to make your mind stay in the stage that you want. The memorial is the great mantra of Man Mana Bhav. The memorial is the great mantra of Man Mana Bhav. Experience for yourself how much success you have in performing the drill of the mind. The drill of the mind. In a second. It's like the other day we were discussing, it's like having a clear contrast in my mind that there is a line. On one side of the line is the story, is the role, everything, including the service role, including the BK role, everything. It's on one side. But on the other side is I, the being of light, the soul. The experience of my home of light, Paramdham, experience of Baba. My reality, the eternity, is on the other side. And so this contrast is clear. And so I can really switch. So performing actions, then I switch off the drama, I switch on myself. I am a soul, eternal, loved by God, in my home of light, with my eternal family, everything is blissful. Then in a second, come back on the stage, I perform a task, come into the role, wear a mask, and then another second, switch off, let go of the mask. I am a soul. This drill of the mind, Baba is emphasizing. This memorial, Baba says, the great mantra of Man Mana Bhav. Be mine with your mind, so that I, the soul, just am able to absorb God's mind, God's thoughts, God's experience. Bapdada wants each child to become experienced in the happiness of the confluence age, the attainments of the confluence age, and all other attainments. Check yourself. Have I become experienced in every attainment, every power, every secret of knowledge, every method of yoga, and every type of inculcation? Continue to check yourself in every way and continue to move ahead of all. So today, Bapdada is asking you to check your way of checking and your attainment. Baba is asking you to check your way of checking and your attainment. If you're lacking in any attainment, then according to the drama and the time, those are the tests you will have. And this is why you have to check yourself in order to become complete and perfect in every subject and change yourself. Today, in your ordinary form, Bapdada is seeing your future form and your form of attainments. Acha. To all the long lost and now found beloved children from everywhere, those who are seated on Bapdada's heart throne, to those who are obedient to Bapdada and who follow every instruction of Bapdada, to the intense effort making children, lots and lots of love and remembrance from Bapdada's heart. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Bapdada is also pleased to see the children. Vah, 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 my children, vah.
Shanti, sorry to interrupt you, but in interest of time, we can stop the Murli over here, Saurabh.
Thank you. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, family. Thank you, Ami Ben, Raki Ben. Om Shanti.
We can now unmute ourselves and we can reflect on the points of the Murli.
Om Shanti. Good morning. Baba has given us so many guidelines. Baba says, bid farewell to old sanskars and have determined thought to remain free from obstacles. Baba says, throughout the day, be merciful, bring service through mind, bring about world happiness, and do charitable work. Give strength to those who are in distress. Baba has given us a gift that may you be a server free from obstacles. Thank you, Baba. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. And the task Baba has given to this 5 forms we have to constantly practice in mind. Just before 2 3 days, Baba has also strongly told that you have to constantly practice the 5 to make mind powerful. So this is in a second this practice. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sister.
Om Shanti. It's such a beautiful Murli and very well rendered, brother. And thank you, Baba, for that. And the focus which Baba continuously gives us to practice the Manmanabhav stage and in 1 second to experience the angelic form. And even if you're doing your worldly duties, to continue to, with a good service of mind, help those who are not so peaceful or in distress is a very important takeaway for me. And also to remember that once I've decided to give back my not so healthy sanskars to Baba, I do not have a right to take it back. So I have to remember that once I've given it, I've given it, so that the old sanskars don't come back. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Today Baba said that the more you progress, the more you will realize that you need to make a practice of stabilizing yourself in a second. So Bab Dada has given us the homework to continue practicing to become a point while for 5 minutes every hour. So this practice of becoming bodiless will help us to become stable in every kind of situation, because the more we progress in this spiritual journey, the more the different kinds of challenges come in front of us, which are even difficult to identify. So for that identification, this drill is very, very helpful, and this is my experience. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. In today's Baba in Murli, Baba has said that always have determined thought of remaining free from obstacles, and in this way you can bring the time of completion close. And as we see there's a sorrows, as peacelessness are now increasing, it's now our time to be merciful. And so definitely at Amritavila, serve the souls with your mind. Om Shanti. Yes, anybody else would like to share? Sonia Ban, Pratibha Ban, Inder Bhai, Sukumaran Bhai.
Om Shanti. Can I say something?
Yes, sure.
Baba said that can you hear the sound? And that's really Miss Baba, Miss this world, this Miss any in the world there is lots of sorrow, and really we are hearing this sound. And Baba also said that you have to miss raise your hand through your mind. So that must let's remind us, and we have to take yes, 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 and all the tasks we have to yes, 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 uh, from the mind. Thank you, Baba. Thank you.
Om Shanti, Baba told us that today, those who consider themselves to have a right hand to the Father, Father's inheritance, whether they are new or old, who continue to swing in the swing of super sensuous joy and who have had a thought for the future of being victorious over their sanskars. Have those souls become the handful out of multi-millions. हम कोटों में कोई में भी कोई बच्चे है बाबा ने इतना किया तो we had to feel that I am very special soul. So Baba is with us, and today Baba told Baba keeping his hand over me, over my head. So we had to feel it every time. And Baba told 1 minute, 1 second, we have to become the stop it everything and become the uh, dot and be with Baba every time. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Shukriya.
Sukumaran Bhai, we are not able to hear you.
Om Shanti. Is it all right now?
Now, yeah, it's right.
Okay. So Baba told us who continue to swing in the swing of superconscious joy and who have had a thought for the future of being victorious over their sanskar, have those souls become a handful out of मल्टी मिलियंस को बाबा बोल रहे कि हम कोटों में कोई बच्चा है जो बाबा के साथ रहकर इस विश्व के परिवर्तन के लिए विश्व में शांति सुख आनंद लाने के लिए कार्य कर रहे हैं और बाबा ने बोला है कि बाबा टोल्ड अस दैट बिकम इन अ सेकंड बिकम डॉट एंड बी विद बाबा फॉर सेकंड ओम शांति थैंक यू बाबा
Yes, Sukumaran, thank you for that. We have to always remember in 1 second, and I am a point and no other thought.
या थैंक यू
Yes, before we take over the meditation from Saurabhai, there is a small announcement for tomorrow or for Sunday session. The session will be taken by Sister Shamila Ben, who shall be conducting a special session on yoga experiment, which is based on this week's Murli, and it is a very reflective session. So it's a request to attend this session and invite other souls too for that. Om Shanti. Saurabhai, over to you.
Sure. Sure. So maybe we can take a few moments to go within, and we realize that there is an eternal dimension of the being, the light, the eternal traveler that we are. We souls, the eternal beings, are visitors on the stage of life. We realize that this is the time of the confluence. Baba is in our lives. Baba's hand is on our heads. Baba is our eternal companion. Baba is reminding us of our truth. The old sanskars that we had created in ignorance of body consciousness, Baba has come to make us realize that we are souls. And it is natural for us to be soul conscious. Baba has reminded us of our original form in the golden times, where we were naturally aware of this truth. And Baba is creating this new world. It is natural for us to stay beyond in our home of light with Baba as a point of light. Within those points lie the depth of silence. The souls are even on the stage whilst performing our roles. We're constantly in company with Baba. And Baba's love, Baba's light, Baba's powers naturally reach out to every soul in the world. We're able to merge the old and emerge the eternal. In these final scenes of the drama, we realize that this is time for us to be in the stage naturally. It's time to go back home. with all the souls and with our dearest Baba. Om Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, Baba.
Thank you, Saurabh. Thank you, all of you, and see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Have a nice day. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you.
Very much.
Om Shanti. Thank you, Bhaiji.
Thank you, Bhaiji.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Thank you.